Hey guys, it's Mike here. Welcome to Autovlog. In today's video, we will take a look at Ford's luxury version of its full-size SUV, the 2017 Ford Expedition Platinum. All right, so here it is. Latest version of the Ford Expedition. And it is the Platinum trim level. The highest trim level available for the Ford Expedition. It's in the fitting and gorgeous color platinum white. And this Ford Expedition here is a regular length Expedition. It also comes available in the EL, the extended length version. So the one you're looking at here is 206 inches long. If you go for the EL version, it's 220 inches long. Ford Expedition Platinum weighs 5,786 pounds. In four-wheel drive, that is. If you choose to go with the two-wheel drive option, you save about 260 pounds. If you go with the Expedition EL, you will have to add on about 300 pounds of weight to the original 5,786 or 89 pounds. I can't remember the exact there, but it's either 5786 or 5789. So, and that is with four-wheel drive. This one here today is the four-wheel drive version. For 2017, Ford chose to make the 22-inch aluminum wheels standard. They're gorgeous wheels, and they really fill out the Expedition. I have to say, it looks really, really good. Now, some of you guys might remember a video that I did about, it was just a few days ago actually, and that was of the black one we're seeing over here, and that is a limited, sitting on 20-inch wheels. So you can kind of see the difference here between an Expedition with 20-inch wheels and one with 22-inch wheels. Now, all Expeditions since 2015 come with the 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, replacing the previous 5.4-liter Triton that the Ford Expedition had up to 2014. Same power as in the F-150. That's 365 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. Also in 2015, the Expedition got a slight facelift. The front fascia is good looking in my opinion. I like the grille and I do like the headlights. That being said, it's 2017 now. I think that for 2018, the Expedition will have a complete overhaul. See here, headlights and also LED fog lights. We have sensors all around the vehicle here. Front sensors here on the front bumper. And being four-wheel drive, you get the tow hooks up front here. And also the Platinum badge on the side of the vehicle here. Chrome side mirrors, chrome accents on the side mirror. And while we're over here, we'll take a look at the sticker. Expedition averages 17 miles per gallon, 15 in the city and 20 on the highway. And being the platinum edition of the Expedition is pretty much loaded. The only options on this one here is the color that you pay $5.95 extra for. And then this one also has, and we'll take a look at that here in a minute, the second row bucket seats, all with the floor mats. It's stickers at $69,007. Walking around to the rear fascia of the Expedition here. Platinum badging. You have sensors all around the rear bumper as well. The EcoBoost badging for the EcoBoost engine. And only a single exhaust tip, which, I don't know, they could at least do a nice dual exhaust tip setup there. It kind of, I don't know, ruins the look a little bit for the rear fascia here, in my opinion. Capless fuel tank, standard on all Fords. Very nice, convenient feature. Talked about this in millions of my reviews before, but I love this feature with my own car. You won't have a gas cap that is dangling beneath here, scratching up your paint. No check engine lights for loose gas caps and such. Also, the Expedition comes with power deploying running boards. As soon as you open the door. Also a very nice feature, gives it a cleaner look instead of having permanent running boards on the vehicle. Now, the Expedition has the older Ford key fob. It's a nice design in my opinion, but for remote start purposes that I'll show you here in a second, it doesn't have the light indicator that indicates that your remote start was successful if you're standing in an area where you can't even see your car, and basically you can't see if the lights are on to see if the remote start worked. But either way, here you have the remote start button, lock, unlock, your trunk release, and then your panic button. So to remote start, you hit the lock button once and double click. Gives it a pretty nice sound from the 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. Obviously, the older V8 sound was better, although this engine right here is so much more efficient. It's got more power, more torque, and better fuel economy. Okay, so for the tailgate here, the Expedition is actually the only Ford that still has the option for popping the rear window, which you can do by clicking that button right there. If you choose to just open this part to get whatever stuff in the vehicle that you need, or if you want to open the full lift gate, there is a button, whoops, right here. Which opens the full lift gate. So we're going to jump inside and take a look at this gorgeous interior here in a minute, but I thought we'd start with the back here so you can kind of see what cargo space you would have with the third row seat up. So not a whole bunch of space right here with all the seats up, but you do have space right here. This is for your jack and so on. And then you have power folding seats, so you can fold either the left one or the right one for like a 60-40 split, or both of them at the same time. Which gives you a considerable amount of cargo space in the Expedition. Now this one here has the captain's chairs for the second row, as you can see here. So we're going to walk over to this side here just to show you how easy it is to fold these seats as well, so you get even more cargo space. The platinum embroiderment for the rear passenger seats as well. So just to fold this second row seat down here, pull this for the headrest like that, and then you have a lever right here, and the seat comes down, and then you can actually get the seat all the way down to the floor to a cargo mode. And I'll show you how to do that. You just pull this lever right here, and we got some floor mats in the way here. You pull the lever, and the seat goes all the way down. And you can do the same with the other seat as well. And then you got plenty of cargo space. Basically, in cargo mode, you have the whole rear part of the vehicle behind the driver's and passenger seats for cargo if needed. Now the seats are up again. So you can see the nice part about having captain's chairs. You have like a little aisle to get to the third row in the back. If you have a bench seat, you have to fold the whole part of the bench seat over to get to, or to access the third row. And to close the lift gate, just hit that button right there. You'll hear a chime. Get out of the way. And the lift gate closes. While we're back here, we'll take a look at the tow hitch, which can tow 9,200 pounds properly equipped. You have your spare tire right underneath. So let's jump inside the 2017 Ford Expedition Platinum. We walk up to the seat here. One thing I notice is that it doesn't have the sensors behind the door handle or on the door handle to just enter the vehicle if it's locked with the smart key in your pocket. Why, I don't know, but that is something that obviously the Expedition should have as well. You have the 5-digit code for your door positioned right here instead of in the B pillar like it is on my car, the Fusion and the Explorers and the Edge and every other Ford. So it just feels like it's a little dated having the buttons right there. Maybe not a big deal for a lot of people, but for me who deal with Fords all day long, it looks a little old. But you quickly forget that when you open up the door here. This Ford Expedition Platinum has a gorgeous interior. It's got a brown leather interior with platinum embroiderment in the seat, just like we saw for the rear seats. But we'll start with the door here. Same with the door, very soft leather to the touch. The top here is a little harder surface. have nice wood grain here, and then you have your automatic down, automatic up, driver's side window, and your side mirror controls and such right there. You have cubbies and a cup holder here, platinum sill plate. And we have power seats, power lumbar, 2 memory settings for different drivers. Before we jump in the car here, we'll take a look at the power tilting steering wheel and telescoping. This button right here is for the pedals. Very nice feature, especially for a big vehicle like this. You have your light switches here all the way to the right. You have your automatic lights. Pull out for the fog lights. Interior dimming button right here. And as we mentioned already, the power deploying running boards. And before we jump inside, the driving part of this review will be in your top left corner. You'll see a video pop up there. I drove the Ford Expedition Limited, the one that we took a look at a little further down the row here the other day, and I did a POV video that I uploaded about 5 days ago. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel might remember that video. So for my driving impressions of the Ford Expedition, which the Limited has the same engine as the Platinum, it has 20-inch wheels, so there's a slight difference there. But otherwise it's pretty much the same vehicle. Please check out that video for my impressions of driving the 2017 Ford Expedition. But let's jump inside. You can hear the power deploying running boards going up there. So we'll start by turning the vehicle on. Push button start. Put your foot on the brake. Okay, so the first thing that I notice, at least when you get in the Expedition, is the steering wheel. So for you Ford owners, and specifically Ford F-150 owners, will recognize the steering wheel because it is from the previous generation F-150 that was not discontinued, but the generation up to 2014 pretty much had this steering wheel. So it is a little dated, as I mentioned already, but the Expedition is due for a complete overhaul here, and I'm guessing it's going to be for 2018. But either way, I mean, it's very, this steering wheel in the Platinum is leather wrapped, so it's extremely soft to the touch. It's still a good design in my opinion. You have everything that you need. We'll go over that here shortly for the instrument clusters and so, but the buttons that control those instrument clusters and help you navigate are located right here. But otherwise, I mean, very nice feel of the steering wheel at least. So we'll take a look at the instrument cluster here. Now the speedometer and everything looks very similar to my Ford Fusion. Same with the two instrument clusters to the left and the right of the speedometer. So on the left side of the steering wheel, you have arrows here, navigation buttons that control the left part of the screen. Where we're currently at the main menu. You have display modes, digital tachometer. Scroll down, you have oil pressure, oil temperature, you have an intelligent oil life monitor, distance to empty, digital speedometer, and so on. Go down, you have your trip meters here, towing. As I mentioned, I mean, the Ford Expedition can tow 9,200 pounds properly equipped. That's with the max trailer tow package, and has to be rear wheel drive, but The four-wheel drive versions tow up to I think it's 8,500 pounds, so Expedition is definitely very, very capable, just like an F-150. Now we have off-road settings as well, and just other random settings for the vehicle. As we move over to the right instrument cluster, controlled by the buttons on the right side of the steering wheel, where you can toggle through your entertainment, either radio, FM and AM, Sirius, or if your phone is synced up, you can also toggle through your Bluetooth, your navigation, and then also your phone. As we take a look here, the Expedition comes with the trailer brake control, shift on the fly. You have 2 high, 4A for all-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low as well. You have your tailgate release right here, your hill descent control, and then your traction control buttons right here. And for 2017, the Expedition also has Sync 3, excellent system. I have a separate video doing more of a review and tutorial of Sync 3. So if you're interested in knowing more about the infotainment system, please click on the link that pops up in your right hand corner for that video. But I'll go over here real quick. There's a menu bar down here that's always available, no matter if you're on the navigation screen, the phone, messing around with your climate. Very responsive touchscreen compared to the previous My Ford Touch. It's an excellent system with excellent voice command capabilities as well. And to access the voice commands, click that button right there.
Please say a command.
Frank Sinatra.
Tuning to Frank Sinatra.
So the voice commands are great in the Fords in general with Sync 3. Also works very well with the previous My Ford Touch. It's about 1,000 voice commands, 900 or 1,000 I think. I use about 10 of them maybe, and basically it's designed for you to never really have to take your hands off the wheel. Everything is accessible by voice command. You have your volume buttons here, by the way, as well, and your cruise control on the left side here. Now, as you could tell, the screen turned black. That's because the sun is going down, and every time it gets darker, the screen automatically turns black so that you don't get blinded while out driving. So you wouldn't get blinded, but after a while, if you're driving at night and it's pitch black outside and you have a white bright screen in your face the whole time, after a while it gets annoying and just irritating for your eyes. Now the Expedition Platinum comes with the Sony stereo system, and the Expedition actually gets 700 watts of power to compare to my Fusion that has 390 watts. So it's an excellent sound system. Frank Sinatra blaring through the speakers there. And in these videos, the stereo never does justice, obviously, but it actually is a really, really good sound system. So that's something I wish I could have for my car, the 700 watt version of the Sony stereo system, that is. We'll move down here in the center stack below the touchscreen. You have volume buttons, tune, very self-explanatory. You got your cooled seats here, heated seats for driver and passenger. And then you have 2 climate control buttons. Obviously it has dual climate control. And being a third row seated SUV in the Ford lineup, I should show you here that there's rear controls as well for rear passengers that you can turn on. Being a full-size vehicle, you need climate control for the rear passengers as well, obviously. And then what we have here is cubbies right here. This is a leather cleaning sample kit that I guess you get with the vehicle, laying right there. And then the 6-speed automatic transmission. We have tow haul mode and manual shifting capabilities. Now we're going to go up to the touchscreen again here. Click settings, just to demonstrate here where you have ambient lighting, where you can choose different colors. So you can see here you have ice blue, orange, soft blue, red, green, blue, and purple. So you can currently tell by the cup holders here, and just a little bit down by the by my feet here. It's not really dark enough yet to see it, the ambient lighting really illuminate for the for your feet and such. But it gives it a nice light while you're out driving. Not just the cup holders here. And we have wood grain finish here for the center stack, right by the cup holders and the gear lever here. And then this beautiful brown leather for your armrest, which you can lift up here. And then you have 2 USB ports, a 12-volt, and then a pretty deep cubby here, and then a little pouch where you can keep all kinds of stuff, and then coin holders. And then here as well where you can keep, you know, pens and what have you. So a lot of storage space in the Expedition. 2 cup holders back here as well. And these seats, by the way, are extremely comfortable. I would have to say that there's slightly better than the Limited sitting right over there, the black one that I drove the other day. A little softer. They definitely look a whole lot better. It's absolutely gorgeous finish to these seats. A contrast stitching here and a gray line that goes all across the seat here. And then the platinum embroiderment obviously in the seats as well. We have storage compartment here, up here as well, and to the side. Also here, I mean, I don't know what you would put in here, maybe coins and stuff. I mean, a cell phone doesn't really fit in there. And then we have the glove department box, actually pretty small for a big size vehicle like this. I mean, it's hardly the owner's manual fits in there. And then we have a sunroof. Open the shade like so. And then to operate, you have your buttons right here. You have tilt, slide, and then your so that was done by using these buttons right here. And then to open the sunroof, Now I do feel that the Expedition should have a panoramic moonroof. It's yet to be found in any of the Expedition models. Just a regular sunroof. And then we have light switches here, both sides. Universal garage door opener on the visor. Vanity mirrors with lights. And then what you can do is unhook this one, put it to the side, it extends. And then you actually have an extra little visor that comes out. I mean, that is just ingenious. That is an excellent feature. So you can be covered both ways. Fold that up. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to shut it off. And before we jump outside again and jump into the second row here, power folding mirrors. It's operated by that button right there. Push it down again. Then the Expedition has the blind spot monitoring system, where a light will illuminate right here whenever someone's in your blind spot. Excellent feature. Also, you have a handlebar right here. Makes it easier to access the vehicle if you're slightly vertically challenged. But let's jump in the second row. So here you can kind of see the space that I would have behind myself driving. I'm 6'2". We'll jump in here. We got a handlebar right there. So legroom behind my driving position. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't, feel trapped back here or anything. But plenty of headroom. As I mentioned, I'm 6'2", so I'm a fairly big guy. Now both seats get armrests that fold down, and then we're gonna pull the third row seat back up and see how I fit in the third row. All right, so let's jump in the third row through the floor mats up here. I'm just gonna climb back here through the aisle that is provided by the captain's chairs for the second row. While we're sitting back here, I'll show you that there's heated seats available for second row passengers. Full power plug. I apologize about the lighting. It's getting dark outside, but we're almost finished here. Excellent space for third row passengers. I have plenty of leg room up here. 2 cup holders back here as well. So let's jump outside again. And by the way, this is a big vehicle. As you can see, the third row headrests are up, which makes the visibility worse. But if they are down, the blind spots and the visibility in the Ford Expedition is very good for a full-size SUV like this is. I'm gonna pull them down, close the lift gate. And this is the visibility with the headrest down. Then obviously it gets a whole lot better if the third row seat is down as well. Okay guys, it's getting dark here. I hope you enjoy the 2017 Ford Expedition Platinum. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if this is your first time visiting the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.